Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Beelan, and I'm coming to you with a review of Tyler Perry Sistas, Season 4, Episode 20. I believe this is called Inside and Out. Y'all, this episode was really draining. Up until the part when Andy and Gary. But it was still a lot of back and forth, and it was really draining. When I was like, we don't even need these scenes. Anyway, I'm just going to get into it and tell you what happened. The episode picks up where it left off. Zach got the call from the senator's wife, and she's like, hello. He's like, who is this? You know who this is. Yeah, but I made you, she said, I made you a lot of money. He's just like, oh, okay, shoot, man, she called him my phone, and so she said she need to meet. He was like, I don't want to meet you. Why? To me, you know why we need to meet. We need to meet. We need to discuss what's going on. Well, can we do it later? And then he brought up the fact that she said we don't need to talk on the phone. We can meet at the hotel where we met at before. All right. So he's just like, well, I can't do it today. Why can't you do it today? This is important. I'm not going to be here long. Girl, he can't do it today. You over there hiding your drawers. That's why you want him over there. But anyway, child, they really could have left this episode and went to the next one, because them previews look real good. Anyway, so he's just like, man, I can't do it today, because Fatima coming over there, this they first night in the house together. He trying to be romantical and all. And she was just like, yeah. He was like, you know what? Fatina comes walking in the door. He was like, look, I gotta call you back. We'll meet, we'll talk. I can't do it right now. I'll talk to you later. So they get out the phone. Well, what's crazy to me is they had this whole back and forth about me, not me, talking, not talking. And then he just get off the phone, and she just like, okay. I was like, well, is it that serious for y'all to meet if it's just okay? But anyway, this Tyler Perry. So here Fatima, she comes in. She got a little overnight bag. She sits stuff down. Then he talking. Zach is visibly upset, wary, distraught, don't know what to do. He says he's processing. So they had a whole back and forth about you. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. I know that face. It's okay. I'm going to tell you. You going to tell me? You going to tell me? Let me tell you. Can I process? Let me tell you. Nope, not now. Let me process. So anyway, after that whole conversation, Fatima, she gets up and she says she's just going to take a shower. You mad? I ain't mad. Yes, you mad. No, I'm not mad. She walks out. She mad. That was pretty much how that went. All right. So now the detective and Danny, they're on their date, right? So he gets there. He's automatically like, he ordered a beer. She was like, a beer? She got her a martini. They exchanging pleasantries. He asked her why they're for reservations for 4. She just like, I don't trust nobody. He like, you got trust issues. She already said she got trust issues. Why are we bringing this stuff up? It was a lot of back and forth. They doing the whole get to know you. What do you like? What kind of music do you like? I like hip hop, old school. But he named Drake, Meek Mill, and somebody else. She was like, that's not really old. Then she asked him, do he do anything with cows? Do you know any cows by first name? And he was like, no. And then he asked her about her education, about her. She went to school, she got an education, but she's not working in her field because she need to pay her bills, so she just got the job. She don't have time to get her master's because she got bills. She got to pay her, and that's reality. A lot of people go to college. They don't work in their field because a lot of them, they require master degrees or doctorates or whatever. So they just do the next best thing, working at the airport. All right. So they got this whole back and forth, trust issues. I don't trust nobody. I got PTSD with men and all this stuff. So, and then he stands up because she asks, she brings up the hair. What about the hair? I was like, girl, okay, whatever. It's a weave, it's a wig, it's a sew-in. Most black men don't know about a sew-in, a wig, or weave. They just know the hair probably ain't yours. And how it got on top of there, they really don't know unless you tell them. You could have told this to Preston. You could have told Preston you had a sew-in. I believe he would have understood. I mean, it's not rocket science. Anyway, so they talk. For some reason, Danny asked him about the perfect woman or the type of woman or what the type of woman is he looking for. And he stands up and he's just like, you are the woman I'm looking for. You know what? When I was looking at this scene, I said, this to me makes a lot of sense, because when you look at the next episode that's coming on, he's the detective. Now he's the detective that's been working with Q that robbed the bank. Remember, he got out early. So Q knew that Maurice would let him stay in his house, and Q knew that all of them are friends. So this is a whole setup. He's at that bank. He has been pursuing her because he's trying to get to Sabrina, because he thinks Q said that Sabrina and Maurice, looking at the preview next episode, that he robbed the bank, that they are the ones that made him rob the bank. So I'm like, so is that why you're around? You just sniffing for information? But anyway, I know I jumped ahead, but I'll probably say it again because everybody else ain't came and sat down. Anyway. Oh, and he not married, I guess. I don't know. So back over at Q and Maurice's house, Maurice talking about he cooked dinner and he'll warm up his plate. Not Maurice, I'm sorry. Q was like, he cooked dinner, he'll warm up Maurice's plate. Maurice is just like, I don't need you to do nothing for me. You don't know what my favorite meal is. And then he brings up the whole bank robbing thing. Yeah, I said it. I robbed the bank because you made me. He was like, why would he? And Maurice said, yes, but he was being sarcastic, saying, yes, you did rob that bank with your dump. You know what I'm saying? So he was being sarcastic. He wasn't even confessing, but contrary to Maurice's beliefs, he actually did confess to them having Q rob the bank for Sabrina and Maurice. I said, oh, so this Q he can't be trusted. I thought he was gonna be something, and he ain't, and he can't be trusted. Ooh, Maurice, you in danger, boy. But anyway, Maurice told me, yeah, heat up my food. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. So Gary is being Gary. He is Garying. He is frantic. He feels like he overdid it. He calls Aaron back. Aaron just gets up and run at his beck and call in the middle of the night. I don't even know what time it is because everybody was over to Zach's house. I'm jumping. Yes, I do. Okay. Anyway. But Aaron said, you are being obsessive. Stop looking in the microscope, because then he go and get the microscope and look over, in the window. He was like, would you stop doing that? Calm your butt down, And then Gary had the nerve to tell Aaron he not no good counselor. He talking about, because then your wife shoot us. Why is that so mean? Gary, why are you so mean? And then Gary said he knows that he is obsessed with Andy. He said everybody that he gets with, he hurts them. Dude has a real problem. And just like Andy said, where is your medication? Anyway, so Aaron had took offense to what Gary says. And Aaron, him and his little jean jacket shirt, they walk on out the door. And Gary is just left there looking like he don't know what to do. He lost his puppy, his friend, his Andy, his wife, his kid, and everything. And now he done lost his counselor. I don't know what you're going to do. All right. So now they're back at the dinner and everybody is there. Sabrina's there. And the detective already know who Sabrina is. Anyway, but the way that they made it seem like is because he said he looked at Bio and said, don't I know you from somewhere? And they kind of made it seem like he had some dirt on Bio, but it's almost like he's trying to get the dirt on Sabrina. Yeah, like he's trying to get the dirt on Sabrina, but he made it seem like it was Bio. And it's almost like he tried to confirm that that's actually Sabrina. So when he gets a fake text, he gets up and he leaves, and he just leave them three there. And so Bio was just like, oh, you're very beautiful, to Danny like, okay, well, thank you. Well, I'm finna get ready to go. No, don't leave. No, I don't want to be the third wheel. I'm leaving. I'll holler at you. Bye. So Bio, with his mouth open, watering like an old dog, talking about, she's beautiful, she's lovely. And Sabrina's so ditzy. Tell me, you want me to go get her? All my friends are lovely, inside and out. They're all beautiful. I'm like, Sabrina, if I could give you a noogie, you remember back in the day you get the people nuggies? If I could get Sabrina a nugget, I would. Mind you, she did look beautiful. She got the Karen special, so Karen did a really good job, whatever. But I'm like, Bio, can you not be so obvious? And now you got Sabrina sitting over there looking like a old sad puppy on a log, over there like, oh, well, he doesn't like, it's not just me. He likes her too. Girl, when you picked up your purse, I thought when you said, I'm going to go get her, that you was going to pick your purse, pick up all your items and leave. But no, you picked up your items and then you sat there. Girl, you thugged it out. Girl, I would have left him sitting there, him and his mohawk. Nobody wear mohawks no more. All right, bye. So now you have this whole back and forth. Fatima, she's in her bathtub. Well, in Zach's, well, I guess they moved in together. I guess it's their bathtub. And Zach comes in with a glass of wine. He sits there and she's just like, okay, you ready to tell me what's wrong? No, I'm not. I'm just processing. Zach, how long is it going to take you to process? You got 3 unwanted visitors coming to see you all tonight. So you better get to processing and processed. I don't even know if that's a word, but you need to get it all together because you got too much going on. Anyway, Fatima, you gonna tell me? No, I'm not gonna tell you. You gonna tell me? No, I'm not gonna tell you. Anyway, girl, drink this wine. He gone on about his life processing. All right. So now the detective calls Danny on the phone. He's outside of her house. She's like, how you gonna leave me out there like that? Oh, I need you to come now. I'm in front of your door. I need to talk to you. So he comes in. He tells her that he has some information that he can tell her. He just needs to ask her a few questions. She's just like, well, if you over here, you can't tell me why you here. I was with Danny. Why are you here? Tyler Perry is the only person I know that writes stuff and nobody never gets answers. It's always the same old back and forth. Anyway, I'm not going to do it. I already did it, but I'm going to keep going. All right. So, yeah, I just need to ask you a question about your friend Sabrina. Is that Sabrina Hollis? Yes. Do she work at the bank down there that just got robbed? Yes. And here go Danny. Hold on now. That's my friend. She's square. She don't got nothing to do with nothing. She didn't know illegal activity. He going to tell her, you need to get a lawyer. You need to tell her to get a lawyer. I'm like, so you giving out all of this because you ready to go arrest her and Maurice? Because you think that they robbed the bank, they put Q up to it. Anyway, so you could have kept that. I guess a little bit of information is better than none. So, yeah. Anyway, Karen over there in front of Danny's house. So Andy calls Karen on the phone. Karen is saying, oh, so you just going to call me to talk about Gary. And here go Andy. Oh, no, that's not why, girl. That's why you called her to talk about Gary. So she was like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm driving. It don't sound like you driving. I'm in the car. Where you at? You at Zach's house? Girl, what's going on with you and Andy? I mean, Gary, tell me what's going on. Okay, well, Gary came by the house and girl, he was looking around like he knew something, but then he just got up and left. Really? He just got up like, well, I told you. She be real dry. She just like, because she focused on what Zach got going on in that house that she ain't been in yet. So she just real agitated right now. And here go Karen. Oh, man, I just need a glass of wine, because she frustrated right now. Are you in front of Zach's house? And what if I am? Girl, don't do that or whatever. Anyway, so then she started talking about Gary some more. And then Karen is saying, why you didn't call Danny? Because Danny tell you what you need to hear. Actually, Danny don't tell her what she need to hear. Danny, to me, be honest with her. And Danny really let her make her own decision. Because Danny knows that Andy has to fall in order to learn her lesson. So instead of you telling Andy, no, somebody need to tell her, go and do what you gonna do. You'll figure it out. And that's what Danny do. Tell her the truth and tell her, you already know what you want to do. And I'm not going to stop you. But anyway, so then she talks about they talk about Gary being there. Gary, he just got up and left. And then they said, well, how do you know that he knows that Robin was there? And then she said he gave him the same look that he did when Parrish, when she was sleeping around with Parrish. But Andy was confused because she was like, but I had my place sweet. It doesn't make sense. There are no cameras there. And then here go Karen, negative self, talking about, well, maybe the stripper didn't do a good job. You didn't even have to say all that. I mean, I guess I could think that, but because they really didn't understand how he would know. And quote unquote, you did get the place sweet, but he still knew. But anyway, that was just kind of mean. So, all right. So he was like, and then she gets a phone call or whatever. And before she gets the phone call, she said she needs to talk to Zach because she wanted to talk to Zach about this baby. They need to figure out what they're going to do with this baby. And Andy was just like, girl, just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But then she said, okay, well, just go ahead and talk to Gary. She gets the phone call. Beep, beep. I'm outside. Can you come up? And then she clicks back over. This is Andy. Clicks back over to Karen and say, well, I'll end up talking to you later. She said, okay, bye. So now you have the whole deal with Andy and Gary. So they're talking. He said he apologized for being there. He apologized for storming out of the house. He apologized for whatever the many apologies that he does. And then that's when Karen is like, you know. And he was like, I know what? You know that Robin was here. He was like, how do I know that Robin was here? You gave me the same look when you thought that I was sleeping around with Perry, but you really was sleeping around with Perry. So you knew that he was here. Tell me, you said we were going to be honest. Tell me, how did you know? And so he was just like, okay. He said he looked and he saw. And she was like, how did you look? No, because he asked, do you have cameras in here? And he was like, no, I ain't got no cameras. Come on now, what you think I am? Negro, you over there looking 3 stories over. Anyway, so she said, be honest, tell me. So then he said, I was looking because my office is across from the complex. And she was just like, but how is that? And then she's, because if you would have been looking, that means, he said, yeah, I had old telescope. So you spying on me? You seen that Robin was here? And then, before all of that, she had brought up Hayden and said they'll talk about Hayden later. But anyway, so you saw that. And then she said, well, you know what? I hope you like the view. I said, oh, okay. Go on, tell him how you really feel. And then he gets upset. And then she said, and then he said, well, I bought this place. She was like, so you think that you can buy me? Yes, he does think that you can buy him, girl. You the one, you stayed in an apartment for $3 million. Anyway, he said, well, I did. I thought this was going to be ours. I thought that we would be here together. And she was just like, but you said that it was mine. I had free range to do what I wanted to do because it was mine. And then she was just like, you are sick. You are psycho. You need medication. You have not changed. She was just reading him down, telling him what he ain't, and it is what it is. And then he was just like, but this is how you do me after I do all this for you. And then she said, well, I'll just leave. I'll go back to my apartment that I bought. And she said she's going to call the escrow people to close the contract. I'm like, dang, girl. Now Tyler Perry been coming on. They done had a break and they done paused. And you only been in their apartment for about 3 days. That the ink on that contract is still wet if you can call and get all this stuff canceled. Because I think they give you 30 days. But anyway, so she ends up storming out of his apartment, and she pushed him back. Don't come in here with me. Stay over there. She was hitting that close button as fast as she could. So yeah, Gary, you done messed up. All right. So the scene of the night, you have, I wanted to get another picture before this, but child, I was just ready to do whatever. But anyway, so Karen, she gets out of her car. She goes and knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Knock, 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 knock. So here go Zach. Like, man, what are you doing here? I wonder what time is it? I wonder what time is it? Let me get that off of there. I'm like, I wonder what time of the day it is. Because they got a lot going on. Yeah, they got a whole lot going on. And I'm trying to figure out what time is it. Is it 8 o'clock? Is it 7 o'clock? Is it daylight savings time? What's going on? But anyway, so what are you doing here, Karen? What are you doing here? I need to talk to you. And then she tried to come into the house. He was like, nope, you ain't coming in this house. He steps her outside. So I can't even come in your house? She was like, no, it's to my 3 years in my apartment. I can't even come in your house. Girl, no, he said you can't come in his house. You know who in there? Oh, so is she in there? Yes, she's in there. Oh, so you just met her and you moved her into your place? Yes, I did. That's my woman. Karen. So that's your woman. Yes, that's his woman, girl. She in there in the tub. Child, he just gave us some wine. You know you can't come in there. But anyway, So she just like, see, look what you doing. Look what you doing. I miss you. I miss you. Is this what it is? I miss you. Don't you miss me? I know you do. You play this game with me all the time. We get into it. We fuss and fight and we get back together. That's what it is. You can stop playing the game. I'm not playing the game. I already told you. Look at me, Karen. Look at me. I don't want you. I don't want to be with you. And then she said, so you're going to be with her, right? You're going to be with her, right? And she going to be with our baby. I'm up here pregnant with your baby. Well, you know what? Since she going to be in our life, I'm finna go in there. We're going to talk about this baby together. Girl, you not going in there. You ain't talking about no baby with Fatima. You barely talking about a baby with Zach. Anyway, you got me sitting out here. She crying. Oh, she crying. She so distraught. And she hormonal. She just like, I'm out here with your baby. And you talking about you don't love me. You talk. Yes, I do love you, Karen. But I'm not going to be with you. I'm going to be with Fatima. She loves me. You told me to get my broke self out of your apartment. So what you doing? I want to be with you. I love you. I want to have this baby with you. You know, and the whole back and forth, right? And then she said, what I got to do? You don't have to do nothing. It's over. We don't have nothing to discuss. We going to take care of the baby situation when the baby situation get here. Right now, I got, Zach, like, I got a lot of stuff going on. I can't worry about this right now. But anyway, she don't know all that. But she like, but it's tough for me right now. It's tough. Tell me what you gonna do. I forgot what the words they would use, but anyway, it was a lot of back and forth. It was a whole lot. And then here go Fatima. She steps at the top of the door with her lingerie on, talking about what's tough. What? It ain't that tough. You want to talk? Don't worry about it. I come down and all my lingerie with my legs and stuff out. Child, for Zach, like, get dog. This is what I was trying to prevent. This situation right here. But anyway, Karen done pulled out her heart to Zach. You can tell they still have chemistry. They really do. I mean, I guess Zach got chemistry with everybody because he gonna have chemistry with the senator's wife. He gonna have chemistry with the baby mama that's coming up. He gonna have chemistry with with everybody. Child, everybody want a piece of Zach. Zach is a popular boy. Child, tell me what y'all thought about this episode. I mean, they pretty much told. I mean, if I read the previews right. The detective is after Sabrina and Maurice. Q is a narc. Sabrina, she lost and confused. And Danny, she need to go warn her friend. Andy need to get away from Gary. Yeah. And Karen, I don't know. You just gotta, I think you better let it go. And Fatima, she just ready to fight on sight. But anyway, this is Sheila Billy. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this episode. It was really draining. It was until like the ending part and it got a little better. But anyway, I gave my best. I know I forgot a lot. Please charge to my head and my heart. Remember, Jesus loves you. And y'all have a great day. Bye.